Vola anguela o veterano, ako itabua. Ako do talitay na barong na Bula FM, nambando na sir.
Bula, alang gono ilutoka do talita ka ng Bula FM berarti ni nambando na sir.
Ni Bula binaka, nanregen go sa Bula FM nga. Na kasi.
Nalang go sa mundo atibyo ng Bula FM nambando na sir nusur.
Ni Bula binaka, nalang go Jerry, yang may lambasa. Do barong ng Bula FM, nambando.
Bula FM, nambando na sir.
In the news tonight, Fiji open for more business, says Prime Minister. Vaccination stocks for measles not unlimited. And government will not interfere in Grace Road probe.
From the studios of FBC Suba, Amrita Sagar.
The importance of Fijians fighting any perception that the country is nothing less than fully open for business was stressed last night by the Prime Minister Vorange Bainimarama. Speaking during the Prime Minister's International Business Awards in Nandi, Bainimarama reminded those that were present that government is fully committed to helping continue the current momentum in the years ahead. Felipe Naikaso has more.
The Prime Minister last night stated that even as growth softens around the region and the world, Fiji has proven its resilience in the past and will prove it again.
It's not about being pro-worker or pro-business, pretending that we can't be both simultaneously. It's about being pro-Fiji, and it's about being pro-growth.
Bainimarama says that no matter the size of the company, every dollar invested is for the future of Fiji.
And your vote of confidence in our country's political and economic stability has been contagious for the international community, as we've seen steady rises in foreign direct investment from markets like Australia, China, New Zealand and PNG. And we're seeing Fijian-made exports on the rise.
Last night, Fiji Airports Limited scooped top honors, winning the Supreme Award.
It's good to win things, it's good to get recognition, but there's always things to do. And currently we are in the implementation phase of the Nandi Airport master plan. And that's overall over the next 15 years, it's a $3 billion worth of investment that we have to undertake. So there is a lot of work. Yes, we rejoice in what we have received, but we cannot lose focus of the bigger picture.
12 winners were recognized for their innovative business strategy, compelling success stories, and unique business models during the awards. Felipe Naikaso, FBC News.
The Health Ministry has today revealed that the current vaccination stocks for measles are not unlimited. It says the stock should be used for the most vulnerable groups who are likely to catch and spread the disease, as the ministry's main priority is to protect those at the highest risk first. The measles outbreak is still confined to the Serua Namosi subdivision, specifically the Wailali settlement in Wainandoi. The ministry says there's currently 4 confirmed cases, all in the Wainandoi settlement. There have been 0 confirmed new cases of measles from the Serua Namosi area or anywhere else in Fiji. The ministry does highlight, though, that the measles vaccine is currently limited to 4 groups only. The only exceptions to those groups are pregnant women, those with compromised immune systems, and those with a known allergy to the vaccine. These people should not be vaccinated. The Measles Task Force is constantly reviewing the situation and will make recommendations to vaccinate other groups as necessary. The Fijian government will not comment on a documentary about the latest Grace Road saga titled Escaping Korea's Pacific Cult, which was recently released by Al Jazeera's 101 East. The documentary outlines ongoing allegations about businesses affiliated with the Grace Road Church. Koroi Tandalala reports the matter is currently being handled by Fiji's Ministry of Employment and the police.
In response to this Grace Road documentary released 2 days ago, the government says Al Jazeera should know that Fiji operates within the realm of the law, and this remains the case. Certain matters in relation to the Grace Road Church are currently being investigated by relevant authorities, and there should be no interference even from the government. The documentary by Al Jazeera shows former church leader Shinog Ju speaking to her followers during a sermon.
어느 날 반드시 정계에 들어갈 겁니다. 같이 삽니다. 사실은 성경대로 하면 종으로 돼 있어도 그들은 이게 이게 안 돌아가니까 그러면서 어떻게 할까 하고 우리가 지배하고 다스리고 누리고 정복할 거야.
The Fijian government in a statement last night says it cannot comment on the documentary's newly revealed video showing remarks of the church's former leader, as it is presently unclear if it has been altered or doctored in some way. Meanwhile, the electoral law clarifies that only Fijian citizens and no other national can be elected to parliament, so any notion otherwise is unfounded and irresponsible fear-mongering at its worst. The statement goes on to say that it's vital that government separates religion from business, as it cannot uproot private businesses owned by members of any faith-based organizations on their words, actions or teachings. To do so would be a gross violation of the Fijian constitution. The Fijian government says it adheres to international law in cooperation with South Korean counterparts in past investigations and will continue to do so moving forward to investigate any allegations of breaches of law. Any allegations of breaches of Fijian laws and workplace rules and regulations will be met with appropriate actions to protect the well-being of the Fijian people and those residing in Fiji. Kuritan Dolala, FBC News.
About 200 villagers from Nawaisomo in the interior of Nathan Siri are living in fear as the impact of climate change might force them to relocate. Situated close to a major river, the raging floodwaters after heavy rain causes devastating destruction to its riverbanks. Our reporter Ali Kimbia visited the village and files this report.
These impacts of climate change has prompted the village to take action.
In another 20 years, I can say here that our children of Nawaisomo and other close villages, it's not safe.
According to the villagers of Nawaisomo, this is where they used to play on a normal playground, but with the continuing impact of floodwaters, riverbanks continue to be washed away.
We used to play volleyball, we used to play pani, we used to play some other games over here, which up into a level of length, and now it's all washed out.
With some of the elders worried about their future generation, students of Nawaisomo Primary School have taken the first step to launch a climate change program.
We believe that it's important that we try and inform our stakeholders about climate change and implications that it may bring.
Students and villagers from Nawaisomo are looking forward to engaging government institutions and relevant partners to save their village. Ali Kimbia, FBC News.
Attorney General and Aviation Minister Ayaz Said Qayyum says with Fiji Airways acquiring the latest A350 Airbus, it's something all Fijians should be proud of. Fiji Airways has become the first operator in the South Pacific to receive a new jet powered by Derby's Rolls-Royce. The AG says the national carrier is now in the top league of aviation and the new Airbus will create more opportunities for young Fijians. Said Qayyum says the government will continue to oversee the operations of Fiji Airways to ensure the standard of service is maintained.
The reality of the matter is that, we have 50% of our population below the age of 27. These are the people who will be flying these planes, they'll be crewing the planes, and a lot of employment opportunities. And of course, it's good for our tourism sector to be able to fly to newer destinations, longer destinations, and indeed also to be able to improve the product quality.
Up ahead, rotten vegetables under the spotlight. And in successful Fijian, famous rugby player shares his journey to fame. Details after the break.
Hi, Bula. I'm Selai from Nandi. I love Gold FM, only the classic hits.
Hi, my name is Sotiama here in Ba. We love listening to Gold FM, only the classic hits.
Bula, I'm Miri. I'm from Lotoka and I love Gold FM because they play all my classic hits.
Hi, my name is Fiona from Tavua and I love listening to Gold FM, only the classic hits.
Hi, I'm Ini from Rakiraki. I love Gold FM, only the classic hits.
Gold FM, only the classic.
The Consumer Council discarded more than 460 kilograms of rotten potatoes from various supermarkets last week. Council's Chief Executive Seema Shandil says Through their market surveillance, they found many supermarkets were selling rotten potatoes and onions. Shandil says the products sold were not of good quality, which could affect a person's health if consumed. She says consumers need to be assertive and demand for good quality products.
We saw maggots coming out of the potatoes. So we managed to condemn that, and I would like to assure the consumers out there, our team will be out there during the weekend. We will make sure that we will go around and see that the same is not repeated. The consumers are not sold of the products of inferior quality.
Well, some drivers are still not following the Clearway traffic management system that was introduced in the Suva area earlier this year. The Fiji Roads Authority says the aim of introducing this system is to address the issue of traffic congestion during peak hours. Catherine Krishna reports drivers are not adhering to the system and are causing traffic issues on a daily basis.
FRA Chief Executive Jonathan Moore says the implementation of the Clearway traffic management system is now getting difficult.
We recognise it's not operating as efficiently as it should be because people are still stopping. There's two parts to it. We have to get the infrastructure in place with the signs and the road markings, which are in place now. Then there's the enforcement, which is done by LTA, and they're enforcing. But there is a massive challenge on actually enforcing this extent of clearways.
Moore says this is one of the reasons why the authority has put a hold on the extension of Clearway network.
To make it efficient, it needs to be enforced, and LTA are doing everything they can do to enforce, but it's just becoming a bit of a challenge if we expand it even bigger.
FRA says it's looking at some provisions which can also benefit motorists.
We are looking into provisions for taxes. Because that is an issue right now. We have to make sure that we're not disadvantaging taxes unfairly, because they do have to drop off and pick up. So hopefully over the next couple of months we'll get all those things ironed out and then it will go into full swing.
Meanwhile, the Land Transport Authority says traffic infringement notices are currently being issued to drivers who do not follow road rules, especially for those who do not adhere to the new system. Catherine Krishna, FBC News.
With the recent launching of the cane developing revolving fund loan, more farmers will now be looking at planting more sugarcane after they access the funds. The Chief Executive of the Sugarcane Growers Council, Raj Sharma, says farmers can access these funds by lodging their application at any of the Sugarcane Growers Fund offices. Sharma says on approval of the loan and signing off the agreement, 50% of the funds will be released and the other half will be given upon good growth of the sugarcane, which will be verified by the FSC and the Growers Council.
This revolving development fund has been there for some time, since 2012 when it started, and the government injected about $6 million of its fund. And it has been going on during disaster times or during the tough times. This money has been given. So once again, I think we are very appreciative to Mr. Karan and as well as to the director for the policy makers to allow us, we are the custodian of these funds, to allow us to use these funds to give it as a loan to the farmers.
6 women's groups from Tavyuni and Kio Island this week received virgin coconut oil machines from the Agriculture Ministry. This is part of a training under the Tavyuni Coconut Centre program. Agriculture Minister Dr. Mahendra Reddy told the recipients to take advantage of the opportunity afforded to them through the training. More than 100 farmers participated in the coconut whole nut processing training, which was held in Tavyuni this week.
Any knowledge you gain, ultimately, if the knowledge does not contribute to your growth and development, does not contribute to the society benefiting from it, then the knowledge has no value.
Discipline, determination, faith in God and family love are values that Fiji-born and Wallabies vice-captain Samu Kerevi says nurtured him through his early days of rugby to where he is today. Despite not having an easy rugby journey and also being separated from his parents at a young age, the VCC lad has stamped his mark on the rugby stage. In tonight's Successful Fijian, we look at how at just 26 years of age, Samu became the first ever Fijian to be named vice-captain of the Wallabies side, the first Fijian to receive the prestigious Super Rugby Player of the Year award, and was also the captain for the Reds team. Felipe Naikaso with the story.
Successful Fijians is brought to you by the Fiji Development Bank, your partner in progress.
Being in the classroom at a young age was not Samu Karevi's fortitude, as his heart was out in the rugby field. He was drawn to the game.
The goal has always been to play rugby, obviously, to play at a high level, but you know, when I was young, it was just about having fun, a lot of dreams and aspirations to be where I am at now. But you know, as a little kid, growing up in Fiji, growing up in Brisbane, you don't really think it's going to happen.
At a very young age, Samu's parents had decided to give him to his grandparents as they wanted a better life for him.
I was about 5 or 6 years old when we left Fiji, and I didn't really understand what was happening at the time. I think now looking back at it, and as I guess adolescence, I would miss my parents. You know, going through high school, going through primary school, and not having mum and dad there was definitely different.
In 2012 and 2013, the rugby life was a bit tough for Samu, as he had not secured a rugby contract, and it only became even tougher when his grandmother passed away.
At that time, at that period, around September, I think it was just before September, I was thinking of giving up rugby and just chasing the dream at the mines. Both my brothers worked at the mines at the time, so I was thinking of just working there.
With what he has achieved so far in his rugby career, Samu credits his faith in God and the support of his family.
You know, it's nice to be known and be famous, but you know, I think it's better just to be nice, to be known as a nice person and being a humble person. I think you have to humble yourself before God. Obviously, chase your dreams, and whether it's not even just in rugby, but in all avenues of business, all avenues in education. I think that's really important to follow your passion. I think we spoke about it today about discipline is really important, and I think understanding yourself and your capabilities and what you can do, because there's no ceiling to it. The sky is not even the sky's the limit. You know, you can get further than that. You can go to the moon if you want. There's no limit to what you can become.
Samu will also be moving to Japan next year for a 3-year stint with Suntory in Japan's top league. Philip and Ikaso, FBC News.
Successful Fijians is brought to you by the Fiji Development Bank, your partner in progress.
Coming up in sports, Flying Fijians beat the Barbarians. And Fijiana 15s to bank on experience tomorrow. Listen more after the break.
Hi, I'm Shamiza. And I'm Salma. We're from Nandi and we love Mirchi FM because it's hot.
My name is Rajnita Lata and I'm from Vatulalo और हम सब मिर्ची FM सुनता है because it's hot.
Hi, my name is Vinita. I'm from Lambasa. I love listening to Mirchi FM. It's number 1.
हमारा नाम सागर रेड्डी है. हम लोग स्कूल में, हम लोग घर में और कहीं भी रहता हम लोग कल मिर्ची FM सुनता. गौल टाउन तावा में मिर्ची FM दागो मामा.
Mirchi FM, it's hot.
The Flying Fijians, in a close encounter this morning, defeated the Barbarians 33-31. This is Fiji's second win over the Barbarians. Following this win, Fiji won the Kilik Cup. And Nele Malele opened the account for Fiji in the 24th minute of the first half, followed by a conversion from Teti Tela. Other tries were scored by Teti Tela, Johnny Daya, and Temo Mayanavanua. Daya was also named the man of the match for the last try of the match, which was the icing on the cake for Fiji's win. Wallabies vice-captain Samu Kerevi has hinted the prospects of donning the white Fiji jersey in the near future. Kerevi revealed this during the Legend Sportswear luncheon at the Sheraton Fiji Resort yesterday after a question was asked whether he would consider playing for Fiji. Under the Australian Rugby Union laws, any former Wallabies player that joins a club overseas can only be eligible to play again for the Australian National Rugby Union team if they have a minimum 60 test caps or minimum 7 seasons at Super Rugby level. Samu Kerevi currently has 29 caps under his belt and will be eligible to represent Fiji in the next Rugby World Cup in France.
spoke to my manager about all this, and the funny thing is, me going over to Japan allows me to play for Fiji at the next World Cup. So it's up in the air in terms of all that. But for me, it's just focusing on heading over to Japan first and doing that bit.
It was an amazing end to the school year for 13-year-old Vilivo Whippy, who achieved his final goal yesterday. Always having to balance schoolwork and his extracurricular activities, Whippy took home 2 gold medals from the 2019 Chow Games. Faria Begum with this story.
Described as a hardworking and humble boy, Vilivo Whippy's mother says having her son bring home 2 gold medals was an early Christmas gift.
When he came to the race, I was just telling him, because he'd been winning medals, especially the gold medals, after the last 3 years. So this year I pushed him to in the 200 meters, but he fall short. And when he ran the 400, I told him, you haven't done the 200 meters, so try this event.
Saravina Whippy, who is a math teacher at Ballantyne Memorial School, says she is satisfied with Vilivo's schoolwork and his sporting achievements.
Vilivo is a very humble boy. He just listens and he loves to listen to music and play on his own limit songs. That's what he does.
The shy 13-year-old says the most challenging thing for him was being away from his friends.
I was trying to get away from them and just eat some.
Whippy won gold in the 400 meters and the 4x4 events at the Chow Games yesterday, which helped the Suva team win the overall Chow Games. Faria Begum, FBC Sports.
Expect a fresh Newtown rugby team during club competitions, as the team was last night presented with new jerseys by sponsor Stanoa International Hotel. Big names in rugby like Jerry Tuwai, former and current Sevens rep Samisoni Viriviri, Terio Tamani, Meli Derenalangi, Sevuloni Modenadangi and many others were present at the presentation. While speaking at the event, Tuwai expressed his gratitude for the new jerseys. Tuwai highlighted that the club will make very good use of the timely sponsorship. The Fijiana 15 side will be banking on the experience of 3 former Sevens players in the squad as they prepare to take on New Zealand development tomorrow in the Oceania Women's Rugby Championship match. Coach Alim Veretti Ndovi Verata believes Priscilla Siata, Rusila Nangasau and Lavinia Tinai have the experience and the talent to take the team forward. A spot in the 2021 Rugby World Cup is the award they will reap should the team manage to win this championship.
We have been playing the Fijiana teams in the Sevens over the last 3, 4, 5 years. Rusila had been the captain for the side in the 15s in the Oceania tournament last year, so she brings in a lot of experience to the team, as well as Priscilla and Lavinia.
The Fijiana will take on New Zealand development at 4 p.m. tomorrow at Churchill Park in Lautoka. Great Britain suffered a 4-0 whitewash in their comeback tour after Papua New Guinea stunned the Lions in Port Moresby. The 28-10 defeat will intensify scrutiny of the Lions in England coach Wayne Bennett, who is now out of contract. The tries from Justin Olam, Watson Boas, Alex Johnston and Nixon Putt following Edwin Ipape's stunning first-half score gave PNG their second win over Britain. The Lions failed to register a second-half point to end the disastrous tour. Cloudy periods with some showers over the interior and eastern parts of the larger islands was experienced, but it was mainly fine weather with isolated afternoon or evening showers forecast elsewhere. While looking at the west, temperatures for Nadi, Lautoka and Ba were at 31 late this afternoon, with Singatoka at 28. Slight rain was experienced in the division. Eastwards from Pacific Harbour to Suva, showers were experienced at regular intervals, but there was also a bit of sunshine out earlier in the day. And up north, mostly cloudy conditions, fine weather prevailed. Now at sea for northern Vanuatu, southwest Viti Levu, Yasawa and the Mamanuca waters, as well as Kandavu and Vatuira passages, southeast winds 20 to 25 knots and rough seas are forecast. You can expect the next high tide to be at 9:41 tomorrow morning with low tide at 3:14 p.m. Sunrise will be at 6:22. Looking at tomorrow, occasional showers and few thunderstorms over most places is forecast. Isolated heavy falls are possible as well. And as for Tuesday, cloudy with some showers over the interior and eastern parts of the larger islands. Elsewhere, it should be fine apart from brief afternoon or evening showers. Recapping the main stories, Fiji open for more business, says the Prime Minister. Vaccination stocks for measles not unlimited. And government will not interfere in Grace Road probe. For these stories and others, you can tune in daily to our sister radio station, Gold FM. For Poll Questions segment this week, we're asking, do you think there should be harsher penalties to those convicted of assaulting police officers? Do visit our FBC website to answer. Or you can always send us newsworthy pictures and videos on email, fbcnews@fbc.com.fj, or share it with us via our Facebook page, FBC News. You can also follow and tweet us your news tips at FBC News or hashtag FBC News. And that was your FBC News for tonight. Until next time, good night.
Natango meria maramani waya manatuya sawa waitikitunde nandi ya ndo marataka na varonga na radio Fiji 1.
Yawa asna datili yawa maga Monica. Tondo varonga vale bunar domai biti lambasa.
Bula natango aprosa ngarse ngor kraki do televio na varonga na radio Fiji 1 na domai biti.
Natango tsani bukia ngoni na mosi ando talita kana varonga na radio Fiji 1 na domai biti su.
Radio Fiji 1 na domai